welcome to Houston, Texas, home of the fourth biggest population in the United States. I'm Ed Cohen with the man of the people. He is Jay Williams.
All right, Ed, I see you. New York, L.A., Chicago, Houston right there. I'll tell you what else is big. Rocket Nation, and they're ready to rumble.
Taking over the globe and maybe taking over this game tonight. Jay, when Westbrook has the ball, you know you can expect magic on the floor. The question everybody is trying to answer, can Russell Westbrook lead the Thunder to the promised land?
He can, but he needs to take his game to new heights, and that comes with leadership. Everybody knows that he's a triple-double waiting to happen each and every night. He's done that consecutively for 2 years now in the NBA, the only player in the history of the league to do so. He's that fantastic of the player. I love the passion he plays with, Ed, but he needs to get his teammates way more involved. When you have a guy like Paul George or Carmelo Anthony, you have to make them better. Look how CP3 and James Harden, Eric Gordon, Ryan Anderson, Clint Capella, they all make each other better. There's something missing chemistry-wise from the Thunder.
Man, are these two franchises invariably linked. Harden goes from Oklahoma City to Houston. Carmelo Anthony wanted to land in Houston. He gets traded by the Knicks to Oklahoma City. Go figure.
And I'll be willing to say this too, Ed. I think Carmelo Anthony would be a way better player if he were playing for the Rockets than him playing for OKC right now.
It's Russ at the controls. Ferguson to Westbrook. Big man, Steven Adams. Missed his first. That one goes.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Paul with it up top. Down three. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Westbrook with it. He'll run the offense. Ferguson down to Adams. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Harden into the front court. They're looking to make something happen. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out to George. Jumper's good.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
From the painted area, won't go down. George matched up with P.J. Tucker. Strong finish for Paul George.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
It's Paul for two. Can't connect.
Everybody pick up, everybody pick up. Dia.
George to Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Gordon to the basket, but his shot no good. Knocked loose. Thunder have it. Ferguson. Russell Westbrook powers it through. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. Ferguson to Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's been lights out so far. 5 for 5.
This comes down to great execution both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Harden gets it in the right corner. Iman Shumpert, tough matchup against George. To Harden. Shot clock winding down. James Harden, open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Pretty fortunate to get that kind of a good look with the shot clock winding down.
Westbrook with the basketball. Just under a minute to go in what's been a hotly contested first quarter. Houston takes over. Harden picked up by Ferguson. He can't get past the defender. Driving right to the basket. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Westbrook into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. That one out of bounds off a rocket. It stays with Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook, guarded by the former Dookie. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you.
Hart with the basketball. They find themselves down 10. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Throws it down.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you set the momentum for the second.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter and a nice cushion for the Thunder. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Rivers to bring it into the front court. Down a dozen. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Paul George. To Westbrook.
Wide open. Take that.
PG lets it fly.
Oh, yeah, good rebound.
And Tucker with the rebound. Green with the basketball. Trailing by 10. To Rivers. Shot from the lane won't go.
Come on, show me something better
Schroeder
than that, baby.
sizing up Green. To Westbrook. And hits at the line.
Way to hit.
Westbrook to George. Has a chance. The shot by George won't go down. Rivers into the front court. Minute gone by in the second quarter. It's George with the rebound. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Westbrook to Paul George. Trying to cash in. Paul George. He's now 4 for 6. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Paul picked up by Schroeder. And counted at the rim. When you look at playmakers from the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Russell Westbrook, defended by Eric Gordon. It's George for 2. The shot almost. Gordon with it. Down 11. For Reed to Capella. Clint Capella, 3 for 3 in this first half.
Yes, sir.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Clint Capella rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Gordon with it. 9-point margin. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
It's Westbrook. It's Fareed with the rebound. Paul across the timeline. Right now, down 7. Iman Shumpert matched up with Steven Adams. Flushes down the slam.
Harden and Capella run the two-man game as well as anybody. If you collapse on Harden, a lot of times Capella can roll, knock down that mid-range, but it does help when you surround these two guys with great shooters on the perimeter.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First is your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Adams. OKC now with 4 to shoot. Nothing going here on that drive. The shot clock expires. Harden in possession. They trail by 7. And that's rebounded by the Thunder. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Misses the first. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip.
Here we go. I got ball. I got ball.
You're on the island now.
Harden to Fareed. Paul, defended by Markieff Morris. And he'll go to the foul line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line.
Oh, yeah. Get your money. Get your money, man.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Up 6. To Adams. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it.
I got ball. Pick up.
Harden.
Match up.
Got him. I got him.
Schroeder with the board.
I got him.
The rebound belongs to Houston. Gordon with it. Now down 6. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Flushes down the slam. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. That's it. First half has come to an end. Thunder with the lead. set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. 5-second violation. Westbrook buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Two-point shot for James Harden. Knocks it down from mid-range. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
To P.J. Tucker. Harden matched up with Steven Adams. 4-3, and James Harden not sure why he was so wide open there.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Russell Westbrook against Chris Paul. Clint Capella sends it away. That's his third block this evening.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Russell Westbrook steps into it, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Harden couldn't keep it in. Off James Harden. Westbrook across the timeline. His team on top by 8. Has a look. And scores.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. Picked up by the Thunder.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Free throws coming up.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
Paul George. Couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
It's Rockets ball.
I got ball. I got ball. I got some
Paul
ball.
against the former MVP. Great look and vision. Ferguson looking for his man. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between 2 players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Westbrook into the front court. Up a dozen. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden to Paul. Tosses. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Paul. Offensive board to Harden. Paul. It's no good. Shots not going down.
Shot, my fault.
Ferguson defended by Tucker. He takes it right